good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, we need to do a little bit better than that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. There you go. Thank you very much for coming out. My name's Sean Brennan. I'm a physical therapist. Work at Benchmark Physical Therapy in North Georgia. We are so glad you're here, and what we're going to do is kick it off with a little bit of history about HearthLight event, and this is our second annual event. So let me see by show of hands, how many people came last year to our first annual? Awesome! We love that. So obviously you liked it good enough last year to come again. So the good news is that our event is kind of taking a life of its own, and it started out, anyway, just to let you know, QED, the capital Q stands for Quinn, and Ginger Quinn was the founder of our QED group, and she unfortunately passed away last year before our first event. So we like to make sure that we do keep her in our thoughts and prayers and her family, and she's definitely happy today because our event has grown and grown. So our board of directors, Kate is right here. She's going to be talking to you in a minute. And then Kim Haynes, who, I don't know if Kim is in the house. Kim, are you in here? But if you see Kim Haynes, you know what, you guys, we need to just give her a round of applause anyway. Could I hear a big round of applause for Kim Haynes? She is amazing. She is a rock star among rock stars, and we are so blessed to have her be part of our team. And then you know me, Sean Brennan, and then Lisa Jew. Unfortunately, she'll be here tomorrow presenting. And as you know, this is our first year. We're able to give CEU credits or continuing education credits to some healthcare providers. So we're excited about that. We hope to expand on that. So if you could hit it. This is Ginger Quinn. As I said before, the way I met Ginger was through physical therapy. She's one of those people that just connected right away. So in connecting with people, it's one of the true blessings that Ginger had. So she's the one that put us all together. She kind of hand-picked us for various reasons, but we all do have cancer involved in our lives, and so we are thinking of her today. We've had a rough year at QED Motivational, so we, as I said, we started out with 6, and then we went to 7 when we added Kim Haynes, and unfortunately we lost 2 other of our QED members to cancer. First one was Patty Patterson we lost, and also was Angela White. So you'll see their pictures up here in a minute. There is a little bit of a delay. But anyway, so I think that's even more reason why this event is so important. One of the reasons when we were all looking at options and what was available out there in the traditional medical model, we really felt like the education piece of the non-traditional and alternative medicine piece was lacking, especially in this area. So that's how the HearthLight event came to be. So our mission as the HearthLight event is to bring education and also to help educate healthcare providers. So those of you who are providers, we're so glad you're here, and we're hoping tomorrow will be a great provider education series. The other thing we need to talk about a little bit is some housekeeping. So this is an awesome place. As I said before, Riverside Military Academy is a beautiful place. We are so lucky to have it. It's really top of the line, as top as you can get, just as this auditorium is. So listen, so we've got classrooms on the breakout session. So if you look at your agenda, make sure that you understand some of the classrooms, you come out here back to the main vestibule where you came in, and some of the classrooms you go down the stairs, and some of the classrooms you go upstairs. So let me tell you, if you got a pen, write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the art room are downstairs, and 5, 6, 7 is upstairs. So that will really help you out. We will have the cadets around to help us out and direct traffic, so make sure that will help you out though. Also, if you didn't see our vending this year, we moved it out of the front lobby here. There is a couple of us speakers have some tables here, but also our vending, please make sure you go to our sponsors and our vendors, because that's how we're able to continue to put on this awesome event. Because if it wasn't for our vendors, we could not do this. So anyway, make sure you go. There's a lot of vendors down there, and there's some great information down there. And I'm going to turn it over to Kate, and she's got a little bit something to say here about Ginger, and I'll get this slide working.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sean. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. As Sean said, my name is Katherine, Kate Porfilio. I'm the president of QED Motivational, which is the nonprofit that is actually behind the HearthLight event. I'm often asked, what is QED Motivational, and how does that relate to HearthLight? And why did you come up with the name HearthLight? I'm going to tell you a short story which will help to answer those two questions. 4 years ago, I was sitting on a bench in Dahlonega, Georgia, which is just 30 minutes from here, with my husband and 2 dogs. There was a woman sitting alone at the bench next to us. One of our dogs walked slowly over to her and laid on her feet. Not at her feet, but on her feet. And he's 100 pounds. Needless to say, we were very apologetic and embarrassed. I said, we're so sorry that our dog never does that to strangers. And the woman's name was Ginger Quinn, and she ended up becoming one of my dearest friends. As our friendship deepened, Ginger began to tell me about a vision that she had and asked if I would help her fulfill that vision. I thought about it for about 1 second and said, absolutely. I am by trade a holistic health marketing consultant. So my passion is helping practitioners get the word out about what they do so that people can find them. If I can do anything to educate and inspire people, I'm in. Her vision was this, and I'd like to share this with you today because I don't want to forget that she is the reason why we are all here today. She said everyone has unexpected journeys in their life, whether it's close to home or firsthand. One of the journeys that she wanted to focus on was that of cancer. She said, and this is a direct quote from her, "It is a life-changing experience to those that are personally touched by the disease or their caregivers. The overwhelming experience, emotional roller coaster, inundation of information, and required ongoing decisions calls on the very essence of each person experiencing it, an inner strength with unbridled determination to overcome the disease and not just survive, but thrive." Hence came the name HearthLight. Her goal for this event was, and again, I'm going to quote her very words, "From the moment you arrive," and I want you to think about your experience today, "from the moment you arrive until the end, that the laughter and hugs would be fluid throughout, there would be thriving opportunities, personal help, real nutrition, lifestyle guidance, exercise plans with coaching, various modes of assistance, and motivation, motivation, motivation." QED motivational. So motivation is key to what we are providing. And this event is free because there should be no concern for anyone that is experiencing that to have an additional financial burden in their lives. QED Motivational was formed as a nonprofit in April of 2015, and Ginger handpicked a group of friends, people she cared about deeply and knew were a perfect fit to carry out her vision, even if we didn't know exactly why. 5 months later, Ginger passed away from cancer. It was a month and a half before our first HearthLight event. We had 7 weeks to prepare without her. And although it was a tough time in our hearts, we knew Ginger was with us, and we were powered by not only her vision, but by our own passion. The event was a huge success. And it wasn't a success because of just one person. It was a success because so many people have helped along the way and have become inspired by this vision. I'd really like to express my appreciation for those I serve with on the board, Kim Hames, Sean Brennan, Dr. Lisa Jew, and all of the amazing and talented volunteers, the practitioners who have taken their time to be with us today, and those who have come to learn and be inspired. So here we are today at our second HearthLight event, and I'd like to leave you with one thought. We aren't defined by an illness, a circumstance, what someone says, or what someone does. We're defined by our own thoughts, actions, and words. So don't let your life be defined by what you do. Let it be defined by what you can do, and do it quickly. Thank you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful experience today, and I hope you have that experience of joy and love and communion with others.
Awesome job. Thank you, Kate. All right, so next up, I'm going to introduce your MC for the afternoon and the rest of the morning, and she is awesome. So you guys are in for a big treat. Miss Morgan Reynolds founded her own firm 4 years ago in Chicago and still keeps a support team there. She has been a brand producer and business consultant since 2010, and she specializes in creating and building brands for entrepreneurs and startups, and we are so lucky to have her helping us out. And she's done this out of the goodness of her heart. And Morgan is especially glad to be part of this event because she was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder at the age of 9 and has been through just about every treatment, allopathic and alternative. About 3 years ago, she and God had to make some tough decisions, and in the process, she started to work for Robert Scott Bell, and then the rest is history. So here she is, our MC for the day, and we want a big, huge welcome, you guys. This is Gainesville, Georgia, and y'all put it out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Miss Morgan Reynolds.
Thank you, guys. Welcome, Georgia, and everybody else. I am really looking forward to spending the whole day with you guys, and hopefully all of us are going to learn some really awesome and amazing things. How many of you are here because you have a loved one who has suffered from cancer? Yeah? All right, yeah, let's applaud, you guys. Let's applaud. You guys are strong. You are courageous. Just the fact that you are here is something to celebrate because you are looking for answers. And we have a lot of them. The lineup